The focus this Wednesday morning is on what's happening in Nandigram. Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee and her rival Suvendu are facing off in the constituency today. Didi will file her nomination papers from the constituency at around 2:30 p.m. Mamata will contest the Nandigram seat for the first time after her 2011 campaign that brought her to power in the state, centred around the Nandigram agitation. While Mamata will file her papers, her rival Suvendu Adhikari will inaugurate the election office in Nandigram at 10 a.m. He'll walk from his old office space towards the new office, inaugurating it. This is around the time that Mamata Banerjee will be temple hopping in Nandigram ahead of her nomination. The stage is set for the big battle of Nandigram. Yesterday, Mamata Banerjee returned to her Karm Bhumi, where she declared that she is a Hindu. She recited the Durga Path, chanted a Shiv mantra and visited 3 temples in the area. Paulami Saha with the details.
Om Sarva Mangala Mangalle Shive Sarvata Sadike Saranne Tambake Gauri Nara Namastute
Durga's Chandi Path.
Shakti Bhute Sanatoni Gunasroi Gunomoi Narayani Namastute,
A mantra for Lord Shiva. In Nandigram, Mamata Banerjee flaunted her Hindu credentials to the T.
যারা হিন্দু মুসলমান করছেন তাদের আমি পরিষ্কার বলি শুনে রাখুন আমিও হিন্দু ঘরের মেয়ে আমার সাথে হিন্দু কার্ড খেলতে যাবেন না আমার সাথে হিন্দু কার্ড খেলতে গেলে আগে বলুন আপনি নিজে ভালো হিন্দু কিনা
Mamata's return to her Karma Bhumi day before she files her nomination was high on Hindu symbolism. She visited 2 temples and even declared that she will be performing a puja and releasing her party's manifesto on Mahashivratri.
আর আগামীকাল আপনাদের আশীর্বাদ ভালোবাসা শুভেচ্ছা নিয়ে আমি হলদিয়াতে আমি নমিনেশন জমা দিতে যাব কারণ ওই দিন শিব চতুর্দশীর দিন আমাদের ম্যানিফেস্টো প্রচার আছে ম্যানিফেস্টোটা আমাদের ওই দিন বের হবে
The BJP though is unimpressed by Mamata's Hindu declaration.
It's also good to see that she's discovering her Hindu roots and antecedents, but I guess it's too late for her because the kind of apartheid that the majority Hindu community faced under her regime is something that she will not be able to wash away so easily.
चलिए आज तो कम से कम बीजेपी के चलते ममता बनर्जी हिंदू हैं ये बोलने का समय आया उनको उन्होंने समझा या बोला कि मैं हिंदू हूँ अभी तक तो वो नमाज पढ़ती थी हिजाब लगा के
14 years after declaring war against the left, Mamata Banerjee returned to Nandigram. But there was one big difference. Then her trusted confidant Suvendu Adhikari was with her. Now Suvendu is fighting against her.
আমি নাকি বাইরের লোক আমি বাংলার লোক বাইরের লোক হয়ে গেলাম ভাই আর তুমি দিল্লির লোক বাইরের লোক হলে না তোমার বাড়ি মিদনাপুরে আমার বাড়ি বীরভূমে তফাৎ তো এইটুকু
Mamata will be camping in Nandigram in the lead-up to the toughest election battle of her life. She has even rented a house there, but her message to the people of the town is clear.
জয় বাংলা জয় নন্দীগ্রাম জয় নন্দীগ্রাম এখানে ভোট আছে 1 এপ্রিল তাই তো ওদের এপ্রিল ফুল করে দেবেন টাকা দিলে টাকাটা কি করতে হয় আপনারা জানেন কিন্তু ভোটের বাক্সে এপ্রিল ফুল করে দেবেন
The countdown to the Battle of Nandigram has truly begun.
West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has blown the poll bugle for her campaign from Nandigram. In one of her fiercest attacks against the Bharatiya Janata Party, Mamata Banerjee declared that she is no outsider to Nandigram and dared the BJP against using the Hindu card with her. With that, the stage is set for one of the most high-stakes contests in battleground Bengal. With camera person Probir Biswas, Paulami Saha from Nandigram for India Today.
And West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee also took to the streets of Nandigram. She visited a tea stall, interacting with the locals. Mamata Banerjee served tea to the people around. She also later had a bit of tea herself.
As always, Didi is serving it piping hot. In the blazing battleground of Nandigram, who doesn't have time for some chai? But when has chai or the act of serving it even been bereft of political significance? Certainly not since 2014, when the country's chaiwala-in-chief made India's favourite beverage a steaming political potion. And that's why channeling her own inner chaiwala is more than just a gimmick. For one thing, she appears to be using it to emphasize her ground connect, her humble roots, and the easy way in which she blends with the masses. As the cameras roll, Mamata knows fully well she's sending a message in the language of her arch rival. Knowing fully well that the metaphor of chai is a tricky topic, especially since it was a slur on chai that provided a monster boost to Modi's credentials in the 2014 campaign.
रेल के डिब्बे में चाय बेचता था और कभी किसी ग्राहक को चाय ठंडी हाथ में आ जाए तो गुस्सा करके के गिलास फोड़ देता था, एक चाटा मार देता था। बचपन ऐसे गुजारा।
Whether Mamata gets to enjoy the fruits of her labour is an open question at this stage. But she isn't the only one churning the chai this election season. There was Rahul Gandhi tipping a tumbler of tea in Tamil Nadu. And Priyanka Gandhi, who went beyond the cup and actually plucked some tea. But who gets to drink the sweetest tea will only be known on May 2nd. With Paulami Saha in Nandigram, Bureau Report, India Today.
Let's get you the latest updates this morning on what's happening in Uttarakhand. A crisis that's playing out after Trivendra Singh Rawat, Chief Minister, resigned from his position. The focus now shifts to picking his successor. The party's state legislative body will be meeting at 10 a.m. in the party headquarters in Dehradun today. BJP central leaders Dushyant Gautam and Raman Singh will chair the meeting. This huddle will be attended by all state ministers, MLAs, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha MPs from the state. India Today has learnt that the Uttarakhand BJP MLA Dhan Singh Rawat is the lead contender to be the chief minister. Dhan Singh Rawat is the state's higher education minister currently and MLA from Srinagar in Uttarakhand's Pauri district. He is an RSS worker, has participated in the Uttarakhand statehood movement as well, a yatra against Naxalism and the Ram Janmabhoomi movement also he had a role in.
Uttarakhand Chief Minister Trivendra Singh Rawat resigns with just a year left for the assembly elections. The resignation came a day after discussions in Delhi with BJP President JP Nadda. Rawat joins a long list of chief ministers not to have completed 5-year term. Only ND Tiwari has bucked the trend.
विगत लगभग 4 वर्ष से पार्टी ने मुझे मुख्यमंत्री के रूप में देवभूमि उत्तराखंड में सेवा करने का मौका दिया। ये मेरा परम सौभाग्य रहा है और संयुक्त रूप से, सामूहिक रूप से ये निर्णय लिया कि मुझे अब किसी और को ये मौका देना चाहिए।
Rawat was under pressure after several state ministers and BJP MLAs opposed his style of functioning and raised concerns about his leadership and performance. The Congress has hit out at the BJP, calling the resignation an acceptance of the government's non-performance.
कोई चेहरा लाएं, लेकिन अब भाजपा का समय खत्म हो गया है। वैसे ही 2022 में भाजपा जाएगी, कांग्रेस आएगी। ये बुरी तरीके से फेल हुए, इसको हम नहीं मान रहे हैं। इसको अब भारतीय जनता पार्टी के केंद्रीय नेतृत्व ने भी मान लिया है कि 4 साल हमारी सरकार उत्तराखंड में कुछ भी नहीं कर रही।
The BJP leadership is meeting on Wednesday in Dehradun to elect the next chief minister. With Ashutosh Mishra in Dehradun, Bureau Report, India Today.
Over to a story we're tracking closely from Karnataka. After facing fury over his refusal to donate for the Ram Mandir in Ayodhya, former Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah has sought to project himself as a Lord Ram devotee after BJP leaders raised Jai Shri Ram slogans in the Karnataka Assembly during a debate on fuel price hike. An angry Siddaramaiah responded, saying BJP should know that he is also a Ram Bhakt. He also went on to add that his name even has Ram in it. In the midst of this heated face-off, the Karnataka Home Minister took a swipe at the Congress leader, saying he was happy that Siddaramaiah was getting back to his roots. Just weeks ago, Siddaramaiah had triggered a political storm in Karnataka after he refused to donate for the Ram Mandir, saying it was being built on disputed land.
ನಾನು ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಯೂಟೆಡ್ ರಾಮ ಮಂದಿರ ಕೊಡಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ, ಬೇರೆ ರಾಮ ಮಂದಿರ ಕಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ದುಡ್ಡು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕಳಿಸ್ತೆ. ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆ ರಾಮ ಮಂದಿರ ಕಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಕೊಡೋಣ ದುಡ್ಡು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಡ, ಅಯೋಧ್ಯೆನಲ್ಲಿ ಕಟ್ಟ ರಾಮ ಮಂದಿರಕ್ಕೆ
It is settled by Supreme Court. It is not disputed.
It is settled by Supreme Court or not still. ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಕಾಂಟ್ರವರ್ಸಿಗಳು ಇದ್ದೇ ಇದಾವೆ. ಅದೇನು ರಾಮ ಮಂದಿರ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಕಟ್ಟಬೇಕು, ಇನ್ನು ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆ ಕಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ದುಡ್ಡು? ನಮ್ಮೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಕಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಏನ್ರ ತಪ್ಪು? ರಾಮ ಮಂದಿರ ರಾಮ ಮಂದಿರ
ಸರ್, ಜನ್ಮಭೂಮಿ ಅಂತ ನಂಬಿಕೆ ಇದೆ ಹಿಂದೂಗಳದ್ದು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ
ನಮ್ಮೂರ್ಲಿ ಕಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಹಿಂದೂಗಳದ್ದು ಇದಿಲ್ವೋ? ಅದಾಯ್ತಪ್ಪ, ನಿಮ್ಮೂರ್ಲಿ ಕಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಆಗಲ್ವೋ?
ಕಟ್ಬೋದು ಸರ್.
ಮತ್ತೆ ಸರಿ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಬಿಡು, ಅದೇನು ಅಯೋಧ್ಯೆಗೆ ಕಟ್ಟಬೇಕ? ನಂದೇನು ತಕರಾರು ಇಲ್ಲ, ಕಟ್ಟಿಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸುಪ್ರೀಂ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ನವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಕಟ್ಟಿಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಬಟ್ ನಾನು ಬೇರೆ ರಾಮ ಮಂದಿರಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಈ ರಾಮ ಮಂದಿರಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ.
Over to what's happening in the state of Tamil Nadu. Once known as a Hyderabad-based party, Owaisi's AIMIM is now spreading its wings in the south. The party has entered into the poll fray in Tamil Nadu, forming an alliance with TTV Dinakaran's Amma Makkal Munnetra Karagam in Tamil Nadu. Now, as part of the alliance, Owaisi's AIMIM will contest on 3 seats in the state.
Once taunted as Hyderabad's Mohalla leader, who fancies himself as a national leader, he is now spreading his wings for real. From Hyderabad, AIMIM chief Asaduddin Owaisi has made inroads into Gujarat, Maharashtra, Bihar, and now is out on a mission south.
गुजरात की विधानसभा के दरों दीवारों को इंसाफ का नाम लेकर उन दीवारों को हिला के रख दे, ये मेरा मकसद है।
Throwing up a surprise, the AIMIM has just entered into an alliance with Shashikala and TTV Dinakaran's AMMK for 3 Tamil Nadu assembly seats: Vaniambadi, Krishnagiri and Sankarapuram.
हम इस अलायंस का हिस्सा हैं। हम लोग जॉइंटली इलेक्शन कैंपेन करेंगे और हमारी 12 तारीख को चेन्नई में YMCA ग्राउंड्स पर शाम में एक पब्लिक मीटिंग भी होगी।
AMMK chief and Shashikala's nephew TTV Dinakaran has also rolled out the red carpet for Owaisi.
What about the alliance with AIMIM, sir? Was it on a long form or suddenly it occurred?
Yeah, it is there for 2-3 months we were talking, and now it has come to a final.
Tamil Nadu has been on Owaisi's mind for a while now. In 2016, when the AIMIM tried its luck in Tamil Nadu, contesting 2 seats, it was not seen as a potent force. However, the AIMIM managed to poll about 10,000 votes from Vaniambadi, the constituency it contested. Earlier this year, the DMK tried to forge ties with AIMIM in the state, but was forced to retreat due to pressure from its Muslim allies, Indian Union Muslim League and Manitanaya Makkal Kachchi. But it is not just Tamil Nadu. After successfully retaining 44 seats in the fiercely contested Hyderabad civic polls, the party is now eyeing the neighbouring state of Andhra Pradesh.
BJP government से, दिल्ली government से demand करता हूँ.
Contesting civic polls in Kurnool, Anantapur and Vijayawada. So far, it has attracted large crowds.
10 तारीख को आप जब अपने घर से पूरे इत्मीनान के साथ निकलकर अपना एक वोट मजलिस इत्तेहादुल मुस्लिमीन के हक में डालेंगे, ये इलेक्शन छोटा दिख रहा है YSRCP को, मगर मैं ये देख रहा हूं कि आंध्र प्रदेश में हम एक तारीख रकम करेंगे। यहां से हमारे सियासी सफर का आगाज होगा इंशाअल्लाह।
While the elections may not see the AIMIM make the kind of splash it made in Bihar, Owaisi is already planning ahead, looking to contest the 2023 assembly elections in Karnataka. The districts in North Karnataka, which were once part of the old Hyderabad state ruled by the Nizam, are in particular on the radar. Owaisi announced the name of Ilyas Seth as the AIMIM candidate from Gulbarga North, an indication that despite the allegations, he is keen to explore opportunities on new political turf. From Bengal in east to Tamil Nadu, Andhra and Karnataka in south, is Owaisi playing the vote cutter as his detractors allege, or he's simply a force to reckon with? With T.S. Sudhir and Ashish, Bureau Report, India Today.
Let's get to our special segment, the good, bad and ugly news in the fight against coronavirus.
It's good news on COVID-19, and the vaccination drive has crossed a landmark in the country. India has crossed more than 2.26 crore vaccinations in the last 52 days. The government's data has said that in the last 24 hours, more than 2 million doses of the vaccines have been administered to the citizens of India. This also includes the frontline workers as well as those remaining healthcare workers who were supposed to take their second dose. But it is the senior citizens that are leading the vaccine march from the front. We have seen long lines and long queues in private hospitals as well as in government, where the senior citizens post 45 as well as post 60 years of age have been coming forward to get vaccinated. At this point, the government is giving 2 vaccines, which is Covaxin made by Bharat Biotech, and the other one is made by the Serum Institute of India and Oxford AstraZeneca, which is Covishield. This is the bad news on COVID-19. Well, citizens of Maharashtra will have to face lockdown restrictions as the cases continue to surge in the state. The government has decided to impose restrictions on Nasik district that has seen a spurt in cases. There'll be weekend lockdowns in Nashik along with restrictions on shop and establishments that are remaining open. So now they'll have to shut by 7 p.m. in the evening till 7 a.m. in the morning. In fact, schools and colleges have also been told to remain shut, apart from the fact that those classes of 11th and 12th grade will need to come in to prepare for the crucial board examinations. Most importantly, the state has said that marriage ceremonies will not be allowed after March 15th. Those that have seek prior permission for these ceremonies will be allowed, but restricted number of people will be permitted by the government. 16 hotspots in the district of Thane have also reported a surge in cases. Restrictions of similar kind are being imposed in these hotspots as well. Maharashtra has been witnessing a spurt in cases, recording more than 10,000 cases for the last 3 days. There's been a slight dip in cases. However, the government is not going to leave anything to chance and are continuing to impose lockdown-like restrictions. Well, the ugly side to COVID-19 is where a research from Brazil is saying that COVID-19 survivors can once again be infected with the P1 strain. The Brazilian strain has also entered India, although the government of India has said that there are lesser concerns and mostly those who are infected by the strain have been contained. There are more cases of the United Kingdom strain, also known as the Kent strain in India, along with the South African strain, although the Brazilian strain cases are lesser. But the researchers say that out of 100 survivors of COVID-19 who had developed antibodies against the virus, at least 25 to 60 people were reinfected with the Brazilian strain because their immunity was not strong enough to deter the new virus from infecting them once again.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.